Everyone talks about fat loss like it's this complex problem that is in line with rocket science. They'll find excuses as to why things don't work, almost as to create a comfort blanket as to why it's not their fault they haven't made progress. But in reality, most of you already know what to do. Eat less, move more, train hard. The issue isn't knowledge, it's how your day is set up, because if your day has no structure, your diet and therefore progress falls apart by default. So in this video, we'll run through 5 hacks that burn fat faster than ever, simply by making the process easier. First of all, map your day out properly. This sounds excessive, but it's probably the highest return thing you can do. Fat loss isn't limited by effort, but it's limited by organization. If your meals are random, your training is random, and your steps are random, your results will be, well, random. So instead of winging it, actually map your day out hour by hour. Start with the things you can't change, so work, lectures, school runs, and then build everything else around that. When you're training, when you're eating, when you're getting steps in. And what you'll probably realize very quickly is how much time you've been wasting. Once things have a place in your day, you don't need motivation anymore, you just follow the structure. Next is split your calories between training and rest days. This is something I use with pretty much all clients. Instead of trying to force the same calories every single day, you bias them towards when you actually need them. So let's say your maintenance is around 2,800 calories. You might run something like 2,600 on training days and then 2,200 on rest days. Across the week, you're still in a solid deficit, but when you go into your sessions, you actually feel like you've got energy. And that matters more than people think. Because the goal in a diet isn't just to lose weight, it's to hold on to that muscle. And if your training falls off, you lose muscle, your metabolism drops, and fat loss becomes harder. So prioritize performance and let that deficit come from the weekly average. Number 3 is to shorten your eating window. This isn't magic from a fat loss standpoint, but it just makes things easier. If you push your first meal back to 11 or 12, you've basically removed a chunk of the day where you could mess things up. You get through the morning, you're a bit hungry, but it's manageable. And then once you start eating, your meals are closer together, you feel more satisfied, and you're less likely to start picking at things late at night. Realistically, most diets don't fail at breakfast, they fail at 9 PM when the cravings come in and the dopamine spiral continues. Next, we need to sort out those small things that are adding calories. This is where a lot of people think they're in a deficit, but aren't. A couple of lattes here and there, juices, a bit of oil when cooking, sauces, snacks. Individually, they look harmless, but stack them together and you're easily adding 300, 400, sometimes even 500 calories a day without realizing. And that's the difference between losing fat and maintaining. So just clean it up, swap lattes for Americanos, juices for 0-calorie drinks, and use low-calorie sprays instead of cooking oil. Most of this isn't stuff you genuinely want, it's just a habit. So instead of trying to remove habits entirely, just replace them with better ones. And finally, as the diet gets harder, change your food selection. At the start of a diet, you can get away with pretty much anything as long as calories are controlled. But as you get leaner, hunger goes up, and that's where food choice starts to matter more. So you want foods that actually fill you up. Things like potatoes, fruits, vegetables, 0% Greek yogurt, meals that are physically bigger, take longer to eat, and actually leave you satisfied. Because when you're deep into a diet, willpower isn't what keeps you on track. It's about how manageable your meals feel. And just a bonus one to finish, slow down your eating. Most people rush meals and then wonder why they're still hungry. If you slow it down, even something as simple as using a smaller spoon, you naturally eat more mindfully. The meal lasts longer, but you feel like you've eaten more, and your body actually has time to register fullness. It sounds basic, but it really does work. So to wrap up, none of this is extreme, but that's kind of the point. Fat loss doesn't come from doing crazy things, it comes from making your day work in your favor. Structure your time, control your environment, make the diet easier to stick to. Do that consistently, and you won't need motivation ever again. If you found this video useful, drop it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know how you get on. And if you'd like a little more detail, you'll find in my description a free 8-day course that runs through the exact training, nutrition, and diet principles I use year-round for myself and my clients to make this process so much easier. Click the link in the description and you can sign up for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.